All right, we've got pins and needles on the bike. We've got a question in the coaching group. If you want one-on-one coaching, join Durianrider.com. We have a coaching group in there. And this question's from Mike. Fantastic questions. Mike's just gotten into road cycling recently. You want to get that fitness up, want to drop that body fat, lean out, but just overall just feel better. All right, and just explore his area. Cycling, man. Cycling's an incredible activity. It's an amazing sport. It's an amazing lifestyle. Mike's setting PRs. He's doing, he's increasing his distance over time. He's doing longer and longer rides. Like, he's never ever ridden this far before, if I'm correct, Mike. So that's fantastic. Like, setting PRs and the mileage. That I remember that as it's such a euphoning feel. Like you feel like no matter what age you are, when you ride the bike further than you've ever ridden before, you can't help but feel like a kid again. It's a really cool feeling. It's the adventure, It's the Huckleberry Finn style stuff. But Mike's getting some numbness in his hands. So I would suggest the hands first. I find if you grip the bars like white knuckling, like Muay Thai ready, it's you're gonna cause a lot of hand fatigue. Now you don't want to have just a relaxed hand, hit a bump and then hands fly. If you want to have, this comes with time and experience, enough grip where you're not like white knuckling, but you're also not, hands aren't gonna go. You hit a bump, see, hands aren't going to go flying off. So it's, that fine line. Also, maybe if we have, so one is gripping too tight, can cause compression. Two, it could be our lever setup. I'll get Mike to post a photo of his bike against the wall. It's called a bore photo. #BAAW, bore, bike against wall. Bike against a wall. And that way we can sort of see how your hood's going, and your hood's like you're too cock wristed or whatever. All right, so it's just about changing things, so the angles of compression, etc. Maybe putting your seat a little bit further back. Maybe you're hunching your shoulders. Maybe your arms are too straight. Maybe your back's not curved enough. It's little things. Also, could just be being a new cyclist. It could be your body just adapting. It could be. Maybe you need a bit more recovery between rides for your shoulders to relax, because if your shoulders are really tense and your arms are locking up and then you're holding on tighter, and it's just, so there's a chain of events that can cause the numbness. For me, numbness is generally caused by if I've got my seat too far forward, all right? Or if I've got not enough conditioning. Like, I haven't been riding much the last 6 months, just to prove to you that the low body fat is because of my nutrition. It's not because of my training. Training definitely helps burn the fat if you've got fat to lose. I ain't got no fat to lose, so I don't need to do much training. But if you've got fat to lose, then obviously training's going to help, because it's increasing your oxygen. And it takes 3 kilos of oxygen to burn 1 kilo of fat. So if you want the leaner face, not that you have to, but if you want it, then oxygen coming in, fat intake super low, boom, your face just leans out. So that can be issues. You hold on too tight, not enough conditioning, bike setup. Okay, so that's the main one with the hands. Also can be cobblestones, things like that. But again, that's conditioning. All right, these things will pass over time. I occasionally get, like, my shoulders a bit tight on the computer, because I'm on the computer like 10, 12 hours a day, reading, researching, studying, getting back to people, creating content. So my posture's like, pretty average. So I'm always trying to like relax my shoulders, especially my left. I normally get my left ulnar nerve compression, from various things. But anyway. Next one is he's getting some pins and needles in the foot, on his toes, things like that. That can definitely be conditioning. I remember when I first started cycling, oh my God, I'd have like such pains on the lateral, the outside of my foot, like just the cramping of the muscles. Like, I go up a hill and it's like, that was just noob pains that eventually just disappeared. Now I find for me, for a shoe, I need a shoe that's wide enough. Got to have the girth there, all right? So the width, so your toes can splay a bit. So I'm not sure if my shoes may be too small. You want to have wiggle room. I have my running shoes, bigger than what most people would recommend. I like blood flow all over my body, especially with my feet and my hands, etc. So having a wide enough shoe is important. I run my cleat right back. I've got Steve Hogg in Canberra there. He drilled these out, boom, midfoot. You don't have to go that extreme if you don't want it. I like midfoot. But what I'd recommend is slam your cleats all the way back. All right, that will take less weight off your feet. And it's just, no, not wear safe on your feet. It feels more natural, midfoot. Like if you watch a kid ride a bike, they ride midfoot. when you got to kick a door, if I'm going to do a kick, I'm going to go midfoot. If I'm running, I'm going midfoot. If I'm going to put my shovel into the ground, I'm going to go midfoot. So midfoot's just a more natural, more powerful part of the foot, okay? So it's just like, you know, midfoot, just straight across there. I find it's less compression on the ball of the foot. It works for me, and it works for a lot of riders. So I'd try that. Just slam your cleats right back. You don't have to drill your shoes out just yet. Just slam them right back and see if you notice any improvement. But again, it also could just be newbie pains, which will go away. So one, is it conditioning from, you know, just getting into it? Everyone goes through that. Everyone goes through that. Two, are your shoes, Mike? Anyone out there, are they too narrow? Right? Are your feet getting compressed like a little Japanese geisha girl? All right, you want to have your feet like that. Okay, so basically, what you can do is take your foot out of your boot, put it on top like that, and if your toes are spilling over the shoe like that, over the edges, then your shoes are too narrow. If you put your foot like that and there's plenty of room, it's a good size for you. Okay, so that's why, you know. And these shoes cost me $50. They're S-Works. They're really good condition when I got them. I've had them for 3 years now. Drilled them out. The BOA dials died, and then BOA sent you out a free warranty, so I put those back in. And you know, they're working really good now. So you don't spend much money on shoes. But I know exactly what shoe I like because I've had so many shoes. Okay, but if you're a brand new noob, it's best to go and buy some shoes from your local bike shop, but try on at least 10 pairs. I recommend at least 10 pairs, if not more. Try them on and see what you like the feel of. Because if you just try on one pair of shoes, that might be the wrong size to you, but you don't have any reference point. Just like if you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever, it's the first one, you don't know, how am I meant to be treated? What do I like? What do I don't like? You know, so by having a lot of experience in life, you work out what you like. I can tell as soon as that shoe's on my foot, within 5 seconds, I can tell if this is compatible or not. Yeah, same with women, etc. But it's just experience, and you've got to go through some pain in life to work out what you like, what you don't. And so that's my tips, Mike. And another one would be stretching, flexibility. Like Google up some stretches. I like to stretch out my hamstrings, and on really long rides, I take my shoes off, take my gloves off, take my helmet off, and just sort of shake around, lay on the grass, just sort of let things go. You know, I ride with a jersey unzipped, I don't never zipped up like that. Crushes my throat off, and so you're taking your shoes off on a ride can really, really help. You just walk around in the grass, make sure you don't step on any syringes in Manchester or whatever. But yeah, it's just how it is. There's things like that. So conditioning, everyone goes through that. Bike fit, you know, just see where your angles are at. Maybe just get a photo of you sitting on your bike against the wall, and we can sort of see where you sit on the bike. You know, also marking your cleats, making sure they haven't slipped down or whatever, marking your handlebars so you know if nothing's rotated around from your bike fit, things like that, and conditioning, relaxing the muscles, massaging the muscles, stretching the muscles, having not too strong a grip on the bars, but strong enough that if you hit a bump, you don't lose control. And yeah, shoe width, cleat placement, put the cleats right back, and let us know how you go with that. All right, great question. And anyone else got any more questions, hit them up.